Are you ready? Now listen. What I want to ask you is if you would try to do something that no one else has been able to do so far. I want you to destroy the disposal center, where they retire our comrades one after another. Even while I speak, they may be retiring a Reploid who is wrongly suspected of being a Maverick. To prevent any additional loss of Reploid life, please destroy the enemy facility. Will you accept? Yes. Save before starting? Sure. The disposal center is up ahead. Please rescue our comrade. Okay. So, this mission has 5 cyber elves in it. Ooh, that almost ended badly. Again, I'm trying to get an S rank, so I really don't want to take damage or anything. There's 2 cyber elves right there. Game gives it to us pretty much for free. Now we're gonna switch to Z-Saber. Oh, you, get out of here. Ah. Oh well. It's not too bad so far. So, in this game, you're actually ranked, unlike other Mega Man games, on your performance. Taking no damage and killing lots of enemies is good. Uh-oh. This Cyber Elf being right there is unfortunate. Ugh, there we go. You have to kill a certain number of enemies, complete the stage in a certain amount of time, and take as little damage as possible. This stage is actually kind of tough for casuals to learn at the beginning. But it's not that bad. There we go. Any cyber elves that come out of enemies are permanently missable if you don't get them on the mission. However, any cyber elves in boxes or containers, you can come back and get anytime. I am Aztec Falcon. Our Puya, the Guardian, sent me to clean up. Hey, help! Help me! You must be some of the garbage. Just in time. I'll dispose of both of you together. Yeah. So, Aztec Falcon's a pain, mostly because you're on a timer, and he can spam this attack over and over and kind of make it really tough to actually approach him at all without taking damage. Ugh, also, my controller doesn't want to cooperate sometimes. Yep. There we go. Sometimes my controller just likes to turn to the right for some reason. That could have been better, but it could have been worse too. That should still be an S rank. Yeah, that was another 99. Very good. Took a little too much damage, but otherwise did just fine. So yeah, we're ranked on mission success. There are sometimes conditions for that success. Clear time, enemies, damage taken, using retries, and using cyber elves. So I'll be collecting all the elves, but not using any. At least, not yet. Zero, thank you. I never thought I'd see the day when the Reploid Disposal Center was destroyed. Innocent Reploids will be safe for a little while. Thank you so much, Zero. You are Zero, the legendary Reploid. I'd like to ask your help again, and when you have time. That is, if you don't mind doing us favors. Please come and talk to me. I'll be waiting for you. By the way, if you go to the engine room downstairs, you'll find our engineer named... can't pronounce that. He asked me to give this to you. It's called the Escape Unit, and if you use it during a mission, you'll be able to we will abort that mission and evacuate. But remember, the mission will be considered a failure if you evacuate it. We will never use this. Unfortunately, we can't use it while we're out and about. To just return us back to base. That's what would have been really handy. Anyway, so there were 2 cyber elves in boxes in this stage that we didn't get, so we're just gonna go there and collect them. Again, this is a Metroidvania. All the stages, or most of them, are connected to each other, so we can, in fact, do this. So there's one over here that's kind of tough to get. There we go. Just fire a shot off screen, and then you'll hear the explosion. Wait about here on the building. Just use wall climb to hang right around here. And then after a bit, climb up to the top here and jump down, and you'll fall right on the cyber elf. If you try to wait at the bottom for it, it won't work because you'll reset the container. You'll be too far away from it. Anyway, so a lot of guides online for this game that say that they're 100% guides don't actually get a special cyber elf that's hidden at the end. That's hidden at the end of the game when you do New Game Plus. This walkthrough will have it. After we beat the game, if we've collected and raised all of the cyber elves and start a new file, we get another cyber elf called the Jackson Elf, and to me, that counts as part of 100%. But apparently, everybody else on YouTube doesn't think so, for some reason. Because I have yet to see a true 100% walkthrough of this game. Anywhere. Mostly because of the amount of padding, I suspect, but I don't understand why we can't just show you how we grind and then do the grinding off screen and call that 100%. I guess because it's not a continuous run, because technically I'm loading pre-saved files. But again, I showed you the only thing that I did off screen, so you're just missing out on hours and hours of me grinding is all. Anyway, we grabbed those 2 cyber elves. I'm going to quickly go down here, floor 4, and talk to this guy. So, you want to talk to this guy because right after doing the disposal center, you can listen to his story. He has a very long story. I'm not going to read through it all. But partway through, he'll ask you if you're tired of listening. Make sure you don't answer yes. So this is to prevent you from mashing, but then you can mash through the rest of it. His story is kind of interesting. It does set a little bit of this. It does give you a little information on the setting, but I'll go into that later. For now, we got the cyber elf from him. Also, while I'm at it, I have plenty of E-crystals, so I forget if I already did this. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. So this guy right here, you can also come down here and talk to him. Give him 250 E-crystals, and he'll get up and allow you to pass. Don't know why we couldn't have just jumped over him before, but there's another cyber elf hidden in here. There are some cyber elves that are just hidden around the base and around the world in places where you can't actually go during missions. So I do kind of like that it's not just all on the missions. kind of encourages you to explore your environment a bit. Speaking of the missions, that's another thing this game does very differently from other Mega Man games. There's a lot of variety in mission types. Let's go ahead and save. So if you're following along, oops, hold up. You should now have 4 nurse elves, 3 animal elves, and 5 hacker elves. So that brings us to a total of... Whoops, my brain miscounted there for a second. Oh, say 7 plus 5, so yeah, 12. I almost said 13. So yeah, I should have 12 cyber elves at this point. I have a very specific path for the missions that I go on. Mainly because as soon as you do retrieve data, you will not be able to go back to the farming spot that I showed you guys earlier. So don't do retrieve data too early. Even though retrieve data does give you access to new weapons, you don't really need them right away. You need that grinding spot. Otherwise, you'll have to use the backup grinding spot, and that's not nearly as good. I'll show that to you guys later, but mainly, yeah, just don't do this mission too early. Because, like I said, you need 23,000 E-crystals to 100% to truly raise all the cyber elves, but you can only carry 10,000 at a time. So you have to do this 1.5 hour grind twice before you're truly done. So we're going to do some missions that will give us cyber elves to eat up the 10,000 we have now, and then come back, grind again, and then do this mission. So for now, we can do either of these in either order. I'm just going to do Destroy Train because it's at the top of the list. So there's a supply train, bringing supplies into the enemies in this area. She wants us to destroy the train, so we will. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is where most people tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. And while I would appreciate you doing all that, if you enjoyed my content, come check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/TrinfiniteX so you can watch and chat with me while I make these. I'm a family-friendly streamer, so everybody's welcome. Throw me a follow on Twitch and Twitter so you can get notifications when I go live. Links will be down in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to meeting you.